Emotions, they're complicated. On one hand, they're a natural and vital part of our lives. They motivate us, regulate us, empower us. But they can also limit us greatly if we don't understand the effect they have on us and others. In this video, we shall learn how to improve our emotional intelligence, that ability to understand emotions and then use that knowledge to guide our thinking and behavior. Subscribe to Mr. Smart so that we can continue to make videos like this, especially for you. Now, take a look at the following 11 behaviors and see how many you can incorporate into your life for your personal development. 1. Use small talk strategically. Imagine you receive regular messages from a colleague that always read something like this. "Hi, I need blank. Any way you could help me with that?" Nothing wrong with that message under the right circumstances. But if all you ever receive from this person is requests for help, you naturally begin to resent their messages and may even stop replying. In contrast, the emotionally intelligent realize that they're dealing with a real person on the other side. They take a moment to ask how things are going, or to make brief conversation. They realize they're not the only person making requests, so they periodically ask if they can somehow make the process smoother. By showing personal interest in others, appropriate only, you foster healthier relationships, ultimately developing emotional intelligence. 2. Say thank you. No-brainer, right? Unfortunately, neglecting these two simple words has become commonplace today. So take the few extra moments to say the words. Look the person in the eye. If that's not possible, write an email. Even better, send a small card or even a small gift, if appropriate again. Because a little appreciation goes a long way. 3. Remain open to other perspectives. Each of us has a perspective that's influenced by thousands of factors, including how we were raised, where we grew up, and who we count as friends. But the way other people view us is much different than how we view ourselves, and vice versa. By soliciting feedback from others and then truly listening, you'll begin to see how different these perceptions can be. Of course, those opinions won't always be easy to hear. But knowing that ahead of time can help you keep your emotions in check. 4. Analyze your weaknesses. It takes self-reflection, insight, and courage to identify weaknesses. But all of us have them, and we won't get better unless we work on them. So how to control your emotions? By analyzing situations in which we've lost control of our emotions, we can work on strategy for encountering those moments the next time. 5. Pray sincerely and specifically. People see right through insincere attempts at praise or flattery. But when you're consistent about looking for the good in others, and then specific about what you appreciate, you motivate them. They'll feel good about working with you and move to give their best. The key is sincerity. If you praise half-hearted effort, that's what you'll continue to get. 6. Give constructive correction. Feedback should be balanced. Just as you look to praise positive behavior and actions, you should also share negative feedback in the spirit of helping others improve. They're not easy to do. It requires thinking from the other person's perspective and using tact. But if you've taken advantage of other opportunities to praise sincerely and specifically, they'll realize you're trying to make them better. 7. Show your passion. If you need to convince others of an idea or decision, make sure to convince yourself first. That's easy if the idea is yours and it's something in which you strongly believe. But if you start to lose motivation for whatever reason, take time to remind yourself of the why behind the what. Because if you don't get passionate about the idea, no one else will. 8. Learn to keep anger under control. Getting angry is a natural part of life. In some circumstances, it's very useful. It can motivate you to address an unacceptable set of circumstances. But losing control of your anger will almost always lead to negative consequences. Think of anger like fire. It can be a useful tool, or it can be hideously destructive. You may not be able to control feeling angry, but you can take steps to control your response to that feeling. Like stepping away from a volatile situation before you say or do something you later regret. Learn how to master your emotions, to harness your anger appropriately and use it for good. 9. Apologize. Admittedly, "I am sorry" can be the 3 most difficult words to utter in the English language. But even the best make mistakes. When you acknowledge them and apologize, you make a big statement about how you or your company view yourself in relation to others. This actually draws people to you and builds loyalty. Learning to apologize can also help develop qualities like humility and authenticity, all of which contribute towards healthy relationships. 10. Pause. Pausing at times, even for just a few seconds, can make a major difference in how you react. Using the pause may be as simple as stopping and thinking before you act or speak, which is much more challenging than it sounds. The pause isn't only effective when dealing with upsetting situations. Often, we're tempted to jump on opportunities that look really good at the time, but which we haven't really thought through. If you want to delve deep into how to take such pause effectively at a spur of a moment, Mr. Smart has made a separate video to address this topic with its link in card and description. 11. Focus on your thoughts. It's been said, you can't stop a bird from landing on your head, but you can keep it from building a nest. Every action is preceded by a thought. It's easy to give into our emotions, but that often leads to decisions we wish we could take back. If you're trying to keep your emotions under control, focus on controlling your thoughts first. Putting it into practice. Our emotions are a large part of what makes life worth living. But by constantly learning more about them, as well as how they affect us and others, we make sure to keep our emotions working for us and not against us. That's how to build emotional intelligence. Mr. Smart has a specially made video for you about what is emotional intelligence. Furthermore, he has elaborated the power of this skill with a practical example of Steve Jobs. You can find the link in card and description. Now, I have 2 questions for you. 1. What is best practice for increasing emotional intelligence? Is it A, don't take pauses, B, never apologize to anyone, C, say thank you, or D, keep your passion within you? 2. Do you have your emotions under control? A, yes, or B, no. C, never realized. D, trying to. Proactively write your answers in the comments section. Dear fellows, Mr. Smart has crafted this animation based on the writing of Justin Barizzo. He helps organizations and individuals develop their emotional intelligence. His thoughts on leadership and EQ draw over 1 million readers a month. He is well known for this book, EQ Applied, the real-world guide to emotional intelligence. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for developing emotional intelligence and to watch a complete series of animations based on Justin Barizzio's writing about emotional intelligence and EQ. Mr. Smart is not just another YouTube channel. It is a complete learning and self-development platform. Visit the website mrsmart.org to find more content, quizzes, and courses. You can also join the Smart Club through the link in the pinned comment for illustrations, PDF version, and a detailed quiz for each new animation. Live long, smart living.